Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Rahab Abu Bakr. Today we are going to start Unit 3, Vocabulary, Festivals and Special Days. Okay, look at the picture and tell me, what are these people doing? What are these people doing and where are they? Do you have any idea? Yes, exactly. They are in India, celebrating the coming of spring by a color festival. This festival in India is called Holi. Holi is a festival of colors in India to celebrate the coming of spring. So each country celebrates the coming of spring on its way. So let's see how many different countries celebrate the coming of spring. But first of all, let's see some important vocabulary that we would need to understand our text. Key vocabulary of the lesson. Number 1, festival. What's a festival? It's a special day or period of time, usually in memory of a religious event with its own social activities, food, or ceremonies. Let's have an example. Hotel rooms in the city are overpriced during the festival. Our school festival was held last month. Another word. Parade. What's a parade? A group of people or vehicles moving through a public place in order to celebrate an important day or event. Example, tomorrow's parade will mark the 50th anniversary of the battle. From our hotel room window, we had a grandstand view of the parade. Another word. Costumes. What is costumes? The set of clothes typical of a particular country or period of history, or suitable for a particular activity. The children were wearing traditional national costume. Singers performing Mozart's operas often dress in historical costumes. Another word, celebrate. It's a verb to take part in special enjoyable activities in order to show that a particular occasion is important. Example, the people at the table behind us were celebrating someone's birthday. Another example, the whole town came out to celebrate his return from the war. Another word, free. It's an adjective, can be used as an adjective or as an adverb. Free means costing nothing, not needing to be paid for. I got some free cinema tickets. Adults pay an admission charge, but children get in free. Okay, decorate, verb. To add something to an object or place, especially in order to make it more attractive. She decorated the cake herself. They decorated the wedding car with ribbons and flowers. Special means not ordinary or usual. The car has a number of special safety features. I have a suit for special occasions. Represent. To speak, act, or be present officially for another person or people. I sent my husband to represent me at the funeral. All the nations of the world will be represented at the conference. Now it's time to read. This is a reading text. Okay, we are going to read it together. it's about spring festivals. Now we know the meaning of the important words in this text, so we are going to read directly. Spring festivals. Spring is celebrated in different ways all over the world. It's a very special time of the year. In Egypt, Sham al-Nasim was first held to celebrate the start of spring nearly 4,000 years ago. In Japan, people celebrate when small flowers first appear on thousands of trees across the country. People go outside and have picnics under the trees with their friends and family. In the town of Zenica in Bosnia, people have a festival of eggs in spring. Hundreds of eggs are cooked in a big pan for breakfast, and these are given to all the people of the town for free. In Australia, the start of spring is celebrated in September in the city of Canberra. There is a month-long flower festival to celebrate spring. You can see about 1 million beautiful flowers in the city's main park, and you can also listen to music. Why do so many countries celebrate spring? The flowers and eggs all represent the new life that we can start to enjoy after the winter months have ended. Okay, so this is how many countries celebrate the coming of spring. In Egypt, in Bosnia, in Australia, and in Japan, and so on. Now we are going to move to another reading part, but first of all, let's have the important vocabulary in the text. Papyrus. Papyrus or papyrus. Both pronunciations are correct. What is papyrus? A tall plant like a grass that grows in or near water, especially in North Africa, or paper made from this plant, especially by ancient Egyptians. Let's have examples. Ancient Egyptians used a kind of paper made from papyrus or papyrus. Old papyrus or old papyrus had some secrets about ancient Egypt. Another word, envelope. A flat, usually square or rectangular, paper container for a letter. I folded the letter in half and put it in an envelope. Do you recognize the writing on the envelope? Another word, lantern. A light inside a container which has a handle for holding it. It's a custom that children play with lanterns during Ramadan. In the past, they used lanterns to light the houses. Another word, breeze. A light and pleasant wind. Example, there is quite a fresh breeze today. A light breeze stirred the leaves lying on the path. Preserve. Preserve is a verb. To keep something as it is, especially in order to prevent it from decaying or being damaged. Examples: putting varnish on wood is a way of preserving it. He has a collection of prehistoric insects preserved in a jar. Fireworks. A small container filled with explosive chemicals which produce bright colored patterns or loud noises when they explode. Examples: they let off a big firework as a signal that the festival had started. The sky was alight with hundreds of fireworks. Traditionally. traditionally is an adverb which means according to tradition or in a traditional way. Examples: traditionally, young people visit old people in occasions. Another one: traditionally, we eat eggs and salted fish on Easter Day. شم النسيم. Colorful, an adjective having bright colors or a lot of different colors. Okay, let's have examples. During some occasions, we wear colorful costumes. We need colorful paintings for our new bedroom. Now, we will start reading, a text about شم النسيم. Let's start. شم النسيم means smelling the breeze, and it is celebrated all over Egypt on a Monday in April or May. The festival started in about 2700 BCE, before Christ's era. The ancient Egyptian year had 3 seasons, and Sham al-Nasim was held to celebrate the start of spring. Sham al-Nasim isn't celebrated in any other country. Today, Sham al-Nasim is a holiday, and families go out to enjoy the fresh spring air. The spring air is very good for you. People often have a picnic in the country, in parks, or along the Nile. Special food is eaten at Sham al-Nasim. Traditionally, boiled eggs are eaten for breakfast. Eggs are decorated in bright colors by children. They usually paint the eggs in the morning and leave them in the sun to dry. Another traditional food which is eaten on this day is fisih, fish that is dried with salt. This tradition also dates back to ancient Egyptian times, when people had more fresh fish than they could eat. They put salt on it to preserve it. It's important to buy fisih from a clean shop so that you are sure that the fish will be good for you. Okay, now let's practice. Here we have some language notes. Before practice, we have some language notes, some important words to know. Okay, spring may have 2 meanings. A season, spring, summer, autumn, winter, and so on. This is a meaning for spring. Another meaning is a source of water. So we can use it with the meaning of as one of the 4 seasons of the year, or a source of water. Spring is celebrated in different ways. There are many springs in Siwa. Another word. Okay, we have to know the difference between special, private, and public. Special means not usual. Private means personal. Public means related to people in general. Spring is a very special time of the year. This is our car. It's private car. All people can use public transport. Another one. Represent and present. Represent means act for. Present means something given as a gift. Eggs and flowers represent the new life. We gave him many presents to his birthday, on his birthday. Good for and good at. Of course, we use good for you, good for yourself, your health, yourself, and so on. Good at doing something, at playing football, for example, and so on. The spring air is very good for you, means it's very good for your health. He is good at writing English. Okay, preserve and reserve. Preserve, to keep something in a good way. Reserve means to book. Book something. Book here is a verb, not a noun. We preserve food in the fridge. We will reserve tickets tomorrow. We will book tickets for tomorrow. Customs and traditions. Customs means traditions. During festivals, some people wear lion costumes. So we have customs, traditions, and costumes, clothes. Okay, so during festivals we wear costumes. In my country, it's the custom for women to get married in white. So this is the difference between customs, which means traditions, and costumes, which means clothes. Hundreds and hundreds, millions and millions, thousands and thousands. We don't use S in them if they are preceded by a number. A 300, a 3 million, a 2 million, a 200 pounds. But we can use hundreds, thousands, millions if they are not preceded by a noun or by a number. Okay? Now, let's practice. When do people space New Year in your country? Yes, exactly, celebrate. Many countries have a space when it is the start of spring. A festival, exactly. The teacher asks the children what percent space. Yes, words represents. Sham al-Nasim is a space day for all of us. Good, special. You don't have to pay to go into the museum. It is, exactly, free. The children wore historical space for the school play. Exactly, costumes. Many people like to freeze food to space it. Exactly, preserve. At space there were fireworks to welcome the new year. At midnight, we walked up the street in a space to celebrate the start of spring. Yes, parade. There was no electricity on the farm, so the farmer used the space so that he could read. Exactly, lanterns. Now, it's time for our language functions in this lesson. Using sequencing words. To arrange your speech or your narration, you need words to arrange the events. What are these words? First of all, this is number 1. Next, afterwards, after, before, at dinner, at midnight, at midday, and so on. The next day. So these are the sequencing words which arrange the events. Okay, first of all, we clean our houses. Next, we decorate our homes. Afterwards, many people go shopping. Before dinner or after dinner or at dinner, children are given envelopes. At midnight, there are fireworks. The next day or the next morning, we wear our new clothes. Write what would you say in each of the following situations. You start to tell a story. You're going to use, of course, good. First of all, the hero started to collect an army, then he moved. Number 2, you are asked to finish a story. Finally, the good defeated the evil. You offer to help your sister. Let me see if I can help you. Can I help you? You tell your friend what you would do in the new year. First, I visit my relatives, then I meet my friends. Okay, now we came to the end of our presentation. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you and goodbye. Don't forget to study well.